Shlamamchun, lesson 9 and 10 from Qarabash's Herget Lishana Suryaya, book 3, Kthawat Lithaya. Alahan, Alaha Gawlan min Apra. God made us from dirt. Gwal, he, like molding clay, is gwal. So to fashion clay is gwal. Shrara, truth. Apra, dirt. Yadid, my dear. Npach, he breathed. Zaki is ora, little Zachariah. It's more like Zach, little Zach, Zakkai. Izzal amkhathe, he went with his sister, Lueth Sopra, to school, to the house of the book. Washmad malpana Amar, and he heard the teacher saying, Alaha gaulan min apra, God made us from dirt. Kad pach, as they returned, because it's Zakke amkhathe with his sister, so it takes the masculine plural, and this is the most common way of doing it, which is just adding the waw. It could have also been pachun, with a nun here, pachun, but normally it's pach. They returned. Pach el-weita, as they returned home from school, obviously. Sha el-khathe, he asks his sister. Ara, so that just introduces a question. So that's why my tone. Ara, shrara alaha gaulan min apra. Is it true, Ara, Shrara, Alaha, that God, Gaulan, fashioned us min apra, of dirt? Imrath, she said. So Immar would be if it was his brother, but this is his sister, so it's Imrath. Khatha, sister. In, that's the word for yes. In, Yadid, my beloved, Yadid. In Yadid, in. Shrara, Amar Malpana. Truly the teacher spoke, or he spoke truth. Amar Talia. So I want you to notice here. Amar, he said, and in Amar, he says. So that's with the skapa, the long A, it's Amar, he's saying. So the teacher was a saying one of truth. Kind of those three words, teacher, Malpana, Amar. A saying, masculine singular, Amar, a saying. Saying what? Shrara, truth. So the teacher, one who is saying truth. Here, Amar, Talia, the boy, Talia, Amar, he said. Amar Talia. So that's the past perfective. This is the present participle. Maden, wailan min mutra. So Maden is like, well then, therefore. Why is woe to. So wailan, woe to us. Like Christ says, woe to you Pharisees. Or he might say, woe to you. Wailach. You might say, woe to you. Wailach. Wailan, woe to us. Min mutra, from the rain. Woe to us of the rain. In nacheth, if it comes down, alain, upon us. So al, on, alain, on us. Nihpich, lan, he will return us. Who? Mutra, the rain. The rain will return us to, again, l'apra, to dirt. So if the rain comes upon us, it will turn us back to dirt then. Wailan min mutra, right? Woe to us of the rain. Ugichgath, so that ath, that ptacha, short a T ending, that you add to the root to make it, she did it in the past. Ugichgath, so laughed, she laughed. Khatha, the sister, Wimrath, and she said, La yadid, not my beloved. Muttal da'alaha, because God, Ked gaulan, as he made us, as he fashioned us, gaulan, we don't have this word in English, it's to make it out of clay. And pach, he breathed, ban, in us, up, nishma, also the breath, the nishma, min ruche, from his rucha, from his spirit. Al-hade, because of this. The feminine is also kind of the neuter in Semitic languages. It's when you don't know what you're referring to, or you're referring to an abstraction, there's a tendency for the feminine. So when you wouldn't say al-hana because of this. You'd usually say al-hadi. About this, it's feminine, al-hadi, because she's just referring to the concept she just said. There's no specific antecedent. Al-hadi, about this. It's everything she just explained. La ma bidban mutra. Rain will not affect us. It won't cause our state to change. So like ma'abdanutha would be one who's leading something, causing something to happen. She's saying la ma bidlan mutra. The rain's not going to affect us. So from the top, just see for a clean reading. Alaha gawlan min apra. Gwal shrara apra yadid npach. Zakay sura izal amkhatel wet sopra. Washmad malpana amar. Alaha gawlan min apra. خاد باخ الويتا شاء الخاتم أرى شرارد الله جولا من أبرا امرث خاتا إين يديد إين شرارة آمر ملبانا امر طليا مدين ويلا من مطرة الناخت علين نابخلا تو العبرة وجخكاث خاتا ومرث لا يديد مطل دعلاها كد جولا انبخبان أب نشمى من روخه وعلى هذا لما بدلبان مطرة. هرجت أسرة 10th lesson. خمسة يوم بقريثة 5 days in the village. So قريثة is a village. It also means a field. Shau'a dawar, last week. Shau'a in the week, dawar, that passed. Izzal Yosef, Joseph went, Izzal. Laqritha, to the village. The Amar Ba, that he dwell in it. So Qritha is feminine, the Amar Ba. Khale, his mother's brother, his maternal uncle, Khale. So if it was Dade, it would be his father's uncle, but this is Khale, his mother's brother. Uqawi, and he stayed there. So it literally means he was like firm there. But qawi, we say qawi taman, he stayed there. Modern you'd say murqilla tama. Uqawi taman khamsha yome u kad ukhad. Hipach, and as he returned, Immar, he said, Ma Shapir, how beautiful. That's a very common phrase. Ma Shapir. Hay Qritha, that village. How beautiful that village is. Kol yom sapra, every day in the morning, Napik with eleganta. So Napik is the present active participle of to go out. So it's one who is going out with I was. So I was one who was going out. It's the construction that I would translate. I was going out every morning because it's kulyum sapra right here. Napik with, I was going out l'ghanta, to the genta, to the garden. So you see the genta there. So kulyum sapra napik with l'ghanta. Uqatib with, and plucking I was. Kapa, so a kapa is like the palm of your hand. It's also like a handful. Kapa the warde uhabawe. Of werde and habawa, both of those mean flowers. Warda comes from Old Persian. Habawa actually has a verbal root, habil. So it means the blossom. And warda, the same. You would call like a red rose a warda, and you might call spring flowers habawe. But that's not strict. كل يوم صبرا ناطق with الغنتا وقاطب with كاب الوردة وحباوي. وطهرة و ب طهرة. So there's 3 chunks of information. و and b in طهرة. Noon, so midday, and in the noon time. وطهرة أزل with, I was going. الخرمة, الكرمة, so the karma is the vineyard. أبصاخ with, and swimming was I, so and I would swim. أبصائد with, and I was either fishing or hunting. We need the next word. أبصائد with نون, and I was also fishing, because the word to take animals, whether with a fishing rod or a rifle, would be sa'id. And you have to know if it's nune or, for instance, deer. Up sa'id with nune biyad sanarta. So sanarta is it's the fish hook. Sanarta, fish hook. Qrita tau shapirei. So qrita, because it's feminine, you wouldn't say shapir, tau shapir, but tau shapira. Like you could say Bartha, a girl, tau shapirta, very beautiful. And tau here, it usually means good, but here it's an intensifier, it means very. So if you were to do a interlinear, here you go, village, very, beautiful, feminine, singular, and then there's the connector for is. So the village is very beautiful. Ithba karme, there is in her vineyards. Uganne, so and gardens. We saw the singular for this up here, ganta. Here it's ganne. So gardens, of course. Let's do the hugaya. I'll do it Syrian style first. Gammel btacha nun, nun zlama aricha. So you cannot say Gamel Ptacha Nun and Zlama. There has two nuns there because it's shared with the Ptacha, that short A on the Gamel, means that it has to be Gamel A Nun. Gan, and the second part is Ne. It doubles the Nun. Ganne. Ith Ba, and in the village, Ba, up Nahra Rabba. Also a big river, probably the Khabur River of Syria. So let's read it from the top. Khamsha Yome Baqritha. Sha'uwa Dawar Izzal Yosef Laqritha. Na'amar Ba Khale Uqawi Taman Khamsha Yomin Ukhad Pach Emar Mashapir Hikritha. كل يوم صبرا نابكويث الغنتا قطبويث كابد وردة وحباوي وطهرا عازل ويث الخرمة وقاتب ويث ملي سالة عنوي وتيني أو رمشا ناخت ويث النهرة أبصاخا ويث وبصايد ويث نوني بيد صنرتا قريتا طاو شابيري ويثبا كرمي وغني ويثبا أب نهر ربا. تودي ساقي. Thank you all. شيخ برخخ بوش مشينا.